All right, guys, today we're going to talk about the upload interval options inside of your Exodus Render cell camera, what they mean to you, and some other things to take note of. So upload interval, what is that? That is the how often your camera is going to upload the photos as they're taken, but that also means when the camera is going to respond to commands that you give the camera. So I'm going to start with real time and I'll work my way down to the 24-hour upload interval. First of all, real-time upload interval. The camera is going to trigger, and in real time, it will then upload that picture to the server, to your scoutek app, or to your phone. Real time is not really like as soon as it happens, but we advertise under 20 seconds, you'll have that photo to your phone. Now with real-time upload intervals, that does use more battery life, because every time that camera takes a photo, it is connecting to the module, and that module is connecting to the server, and you are going to use more battery life every single time that happens. Also, in the real-time upload interval, commands that are given to the camera will happen the next time the camera is triggered. So say you want to change your settings. You have your trigger delay set to a minute, and you have some deer coming in, and you want more frequent photos. You can change your settings to do maybe a 20-second or 30-second trigger delay. If you do that in real time, the next time that picture is taken, so a minute later, it'll then complete that command and your trigger delay will be changed to 20 or 30 seconds or whatever you set it to. Now, with that trigger delay, in real-time upload, you have to have the camera at a minimum of 15-second trigger delay. Why is that? You have deer coming in and you're like, man, 15 seconds is just too late for it to wait. Well, what happens is the camera, it's going to take the camera at least 10 seconds to complete sending the photo to your phone. So if you have your trigger delay set below that threshold, it's going to try to take another photo before the upload is complete. You're never going to get that photo. The camera's going to be trying to do way too many things at once. Your batteries are going to die, or the camera is just going to completely stop responding. The way these cameras are designed, it's going to try to complete a command 3 times. If it fails, at that end of the 3 times, it's going to stop trying to complete that command. So in real time, keep your trigger delay set above 15 seconds and expect those photos to come in as they're taken. Also, within the real-time upload interval, you will get a status report every night at midnight. That is the way the camera is designed. Every night at midnight, you'll get a status report reading from your camera. So that status report is going to tell you your battery life, what firmware version you have on that camera, how much data you've used, and it just gives you the status of that camera. Now, something to keep in mind with that status report, the status report that you get at midnight is the most recent status that you have of that camera. When you go to your phone and the camera says it's on 100% internal battery, at midnight the night before, at 4 p.m. the next day, it's not a real-time reading of that status of the camera. It's only reading the previous status report. So the next night at midnight, you'll get an update. Inside the Exodus Render, you have other options for upload intervals. You have 3-hour uploads, 6-hour uploads, 12-hour uploads, and 24-hour uploads. And all the things that I say next are going to apply to all of those, but I will break down each one individually. So the next option, you have 3-hour upload intervals, meaning your camera is going to upload photos at midnight, 3 a.m., 6 a.m., 9 a.m., noon, 3 p.m., 6 p.m., 9 p.m., and midnight. So the camera is going to connect to the module 8 times. So the camera is going to inherently get better battery life in this 3-hour upload interval because the camera is only connecting to the module 8 times. So say at midnight, the next morning, you get your status report. At 3 a.m., you're going to get a bulk upload of photos. So the pictures taken from 12:01 to 2:59 are going to be uploaded. Now, the same thing goes from 3 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 12, 12 to 3, and so on. So in 3-hour uploads, if you want to change your settings, the camera settings will complete the next time the camera uploads. So if you have your camera in 3-hour uploads, at 6 a.m. you get some photos and you want your settings to change. You tell the camera to change the settings at 7 a.m. That command is not going to be completed until 9 a.m. when the camera connects to the module again. So from 9 on the rest of the day, you'll have that setting applied, whatever you wanted it to be, it'll be applied throughout the rest of the day. So that's something to keep in mind. If you're using a delayed upload interval, your settings aren't going to complete those commands until the next time it uploads. In real time, it's when it's triggered. In a delayed upload interval, it's the next time the camera uploads. Next, you have a 6-hour upload option, meaning midnight, 6 a.m., 12 p.m., 6 p.m. So the camera is going to connect to the module 4 times. So inherently, you're going to get even better battery life because the camera is only connecting 4 times throughout the day compared to 8 times or every time the photo is triggered. Think about it this way. If the camera is triggered 200 times in a day, it connects to the module 200 times. In 3-hour uploads, it only connects 8 times, but you get all 200 photos. In 6 hours, it only connects 4 times, but you'll get all 200 photos. They'll just be delayed. So that's one way to get better battery life out of your Exodus render, is to bump those upload intervals down. Now the same thing goes for when you're going to receive your photos. You're going to receive them at midnight, 6 a.m., 12 p.m., and 6 p.m. And you're only going to get one status report a day at midnight. That's just the way the camera is designed. So your battery readings, your status report, all of that is going to still be on the last status report. It doesn't change from 6-hour, 12-hour, 24 upload intervals. You're not getting a status report every 6, 12, or 24 hours. You're only getting a status report once at midnight. So keep that in mind if you're running a delayed interval. The next 2 options, you have 12-hour uploads and 24-hour uploads. So in a 12-hour upload, you're going to get your photos twice a day, noon and midnight. Your settings are going to apply the same way. If you give your camera a command to change the upload or change the upload interval. Say you want to change your upload interval from 12 hours to 3 hours. That camera isn't going to complete that setting change until the next time it uploads photos. So either at 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. After that, your camera will be set into whatever upload interval you want. If that's 3 hours, then you'll start to get your photos every 3 hours. In 24-hour upload intervals, this is going to give you the max amount of battery life out of your Exodus render because it's only connecting to the module one time. And that is going to be at midnight. So you'll get your status report and your photos every night at midnight. Everything done throughout the day, the camera will store it. When it connects to the module, it will then upload those in bulk. Now that camera is only going to connect to the module one time throughout the day. So if you want to change settings or anything, it isn't going to happen until midnight. Another thing with that to keep in mind is if you want to update your firmware or do anything like that, it's not going to complete until the next night at midnight. So just keep that in mind. If you're going into the field and you want to change your settings, you want it to be in real time the next day, you have to change it the night before, because if you get into that 24-hour window, it's not going to complete until the next day. So any uploads or any changes you want to make in the next 24 hours have to go before midnight for them to be complete. So as I stated, you're going to get better battery life out of any extended upload interval from 3 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours, or 24 hours compared to real time. Now, we know that if you're anything like me, the addiction of getting those pictures as soon as they're taken, it's really nice to have that real time, most recent information. A lot of guys talk about MRI, but if you're not running some type of external power source, you should really consider changing your upload intervals to extended 3 hours, 6 hours, 24, 12, whatever you want to run. You should really consider that. Now, if you're going to be in a hunting scenario the next few days, you see a cold front coming in, go ahead and bump that to real time for the next few days. But if you know you're not going to be hunting, you don't need those photos right away. Go back, put them on at least 6 or 12 hours, analyze those photos as you get them, and it's on you to organize the information that you're getting. I know it's a lot easier to say, oh, he daylighted because you got the photo right then. But in 12-hour uploads, just look back at the last previous hours, look at your weather, see why that deer was walking in daylight, but you're going to get more battery life from your camera so you can keep it out there longer to get you that most recent information. So that's the upload interval options for the Exodus render. If you aren't already, consider running a solar panel, and none of this will even have to apply to you. You can run your camera in real time and let it ride. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below.